Good morning. Welcome to Hindi is Easy. Today we are going to see the line by line explanation for the lesson लोहे के इंसानों का देश lesson number 11 class 6 Vibhav Hindi Patmala. Hope you have seen the previous video, the line by line reading of the lesson. If not, I'll give the link in the description box. You can go and check the video along with the book. Read the lesson one or two times and check your pronunciation. If you still not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel and recommend among your friends circle. If you like the video or the video is useful for you, please click the like button. Your subscription and like will motivate me to add more videos. Before getting into the lesson, let's see the introduction given in the book. पाठ पूर्व अपनी कल्पना शक्ति के बल पर ही मनुष्य विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में इतनी प्रगति कर सका है। अभी भी ये प्रयास जारी है। हो सकता है आने वाले समय में एक ऐसी दुनिया का पता चले जहां लोहे के इंसान बसते हो। सो बिकॉज ऑफ आवर इमेजिनेशन पावर द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैज डेवलप्ड इन द साइंस फील्ड। विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में साइंस फील्ड प्रगति इज द प्रोग्रेस हैज बीन हैपेंड। सो इवन वी आर स्टिल ट्राइंग नाउ and maybe we will find a world where instead of people the robots lohe ke insanis robots are living, so there may be chances. So the author wants to convey here, because of the imagination power the human beings have, they have developed in the science field, and we are still trying to do the research and find out new things each and every day. Who knows, in the coming time we may find a world where everyone will be robots. लोहे के इंसान रोबोट्स विल बी लिविंग देयर। आप सभी रोबोट से परिचित होंगे, सो यू ऑल विल बी नोइंग रोबोट्स। द रोबोट्स इज अ मशीन विच डज द वर्क फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स। यू हैव सीन टॉयज विच इज ऑपरेटेड टू द buttons, right? So the machine which is operated or does the work automatically using the electronics टेक्नोलॉजी वी कॉल एस रोबोट। रोबोट मनुष्य की किस प्रकार सहायता करते हैं या कर सकते हैं, लिखिए। सो यू हैव टू राइट हाउ रोबोट्स कैन हेल्प ह्यूमन बींग्स और दे कैन इन द फ्यूचर। सो वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक रोबोट्स टू डू द हार्डेस्ट वर्क विच ह्यूमन बींग डजंट हैव टू स्पेंड इज एनर्जी, राइट? So do you know which is the first robot which has been invented? Yes, it was invented in the year 1954, the first robot by Dr. Charles Devil, and the robot's name was Unimate. And making of robots has been started from 1954, and we are developing many robots. Here you have to write how robots can be helpful to human beings. The very difficult task which we cannot do, they can do with accuracy. They will not get strained. They can do the same thing again and again, but human beings needs rest, right? But the robots can do it continuously, non-stop. We can make our work to get done very easily, continuously. According to the data which we feed into the robot, we can get the output. In this way, robots are helping human beings in many ways. So you just have to list down what are the works the robots can do. Just think and let me know in the comment section. विज्ञान ने हमारी बहुत सहायता की है, लेकिन इस पर हमारी निर्भरता इतनी बढ़ गई है कि हम प्रकृति से दूर होते जा रहे हैं। किस प्रकार से तथा क्या ये ठीक है, सोचकर बताइए। So the science is developing so much and helping us in many ways, but we are getting dependent upon the science, right? So by getting attached to the science, getting attached to the technologies, are we not moving away from the nature? Yes, truly we are moving away from the nature day by day. So is this true? Yes, this is true. We are moving away from the nature. We are exploiting natural resources for the technological development. So that's true, and we should avoid getting dependent upon technology, and we should take care of our natural resources. So let's do the author introduction. लेखक परिचय। हरिकृष्ण देव सारे का जन्म 3 मार्च 1940 को नागेट मध्य प्रदेश में हुआ था। He was born on 3rd March 1940 in मध्य प्रदेश स्टेट इन नागेट प्लेस। करीब 300 किताबों के लेखक देव सारे जी लंबे समय तक ऑल इंडिया रेडियो से जुड़े रहे। So he has written nearly 300 books and he is connected to All India Radio. बाल पत्रिका पराग के संपादक रखे, एंड ही वॉज एन एडिटर फॉर द चाइल्ड मैगजीन पराग। हरिकृष्ण जी की कई पुरस्कारों एवं सम्मान से अलंकृत किया। ही हैज़ बीन हॉनर्ड विथ मैनी awards and rewards, जिनमें बाल साहित्य भारती is one award, कृति सम्मान is another, वात्सल्य पुरस्कार is third. So these are the very famous awards which he has received. इनका स्वर्गगमन, he died on 14th November 2013. आइए पढ़ते हैं उनकी लिखी एक कहानी, लोहे के इंसानों का देश. सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू रीड द स्टोरी रिटन बाय हिम, लोहे के इंसानों का देश. बढ़ते प्रदूषण और जनसंख्या के कारण पर्यावरण दूषित हो रहा है. बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग पोल्यूशन एंड पॉपुलेशन द एनवायरनमेंट इज गेटिंग पोल्यूटेड. सो प्रदूषण इज पोल्यूशन, जनसंख्या इज पॉपुलेशन, पर्यावरण इज एनवायरनमेंट. सो मनुष्य प्रतिदिन नई नई समस्याओं से जूझ रहा है. सो ईच एंड एवरी डे वी आर फेसिंग दिस सम ऑफ द अदर डिफिकल्टीज. वर्तमान स्थिति अगर इतनी भयानक हो तो हमारा भविष्य कैसा होगा. इफ करंट सिचुएशन इटसेल्फ वी हैव टू फेस सो मच ऑफ डेंजरस थिंग्स, देन हाउ द फ्यूचर विल बी. ये एक चिंतनजनक विषय है. दिस इज ए वरिएबल सिचुएशन एंड सब्जेक्ट विच वी हैव टू डिस्कस. धरती को साफ, स्वच्छ व हरा भरा रखने से क्या क्या लाभ होंगे. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स विल गेट इफ यू हैव टू कीप आवर अर्थ क्लीन, नीट एंड ग्रीनरी. यस, so we will have a balance in our environment, we'll have a pure air around us, we will save our natural resources. So it is our responsibility that we have to keep our earth clean, neat and greenery. So we have to do the plantation. Tree plantation is most important. Every year at least one tree has to be planted. This will reduce soil erosion, this will reduce the flood, this will reduce the natural calamities, right? And the environment, oxygen balance, ecosystem, the food chain, everything will keep intact. So there will be a balance in our environment. So we have to keep our earth clean, neat and green. So what we have to learn from this lesson? So we have to keep our environment clean, neat, beautiful. This we have to try. We are going behind the technology and leaving the natural resources, exploiting the natural resources, wasting the natural resources. This we should not do. So this lesson is going to teach us that we have to take some step so that we have the balance in everything and natural resources are not exploited. So a few things I have just got from the internet search for you to understand the concept better. So the things that the robots can help for human beings are, so ரொம்பவே டேஞ்சரஸான, ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு செய்கிற ஒரு டயர்ட்ஃபுல்லான வேலையை ரோபோட்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக பண்ணி கொடுத்துரும். அண்ட் நம்மளோட டைம் ரொம்ப சேவ் பண்ண முடியும். This is where we have to lift heavily or poisonous things will be there which will affect our health. So on the situations like instead of sending human beings, we can send the robots to do the work. In the hospitals, in the house, in the companies, in also doing the work in the farming, we can take the help of robots so that the work can be done very easily. Robots can be used in the health department where we can do the operations and do some, using the technology we can get some accuracy. So the robots are used in farming also. So in India nowadays we are having the stream of robot technology, and in colleges also students are learning about robots. So in this way robots can help the human beings. But along with using the technology, we are also moving away from our nature. Because of the increase in the industrialization, we are forced to move away from the nature. And because of the technological development and digital lifestyle, we are moving away from the nature. So we need to understand the importance of nature. We have to, instead of cutting the trees, we have to do the plantation more. So now because of this industrialization, increase in the development, we are moving away from the nature and the people are getting into the stress. They are not able to find a natural place to get the peace. So to get rid of the loneliness or the worriness or the depression, we have to have a nature around us. So we should not get into the technology and miss our nature and get into another different problem. So there are people who are getting diseased mentally, physically and having a depressions. So we should have plan things that we get connect with the nature and enjoy the nature. So if you are going away from the nature, you will be having a mental issues and also physical health will get reduced. So we have to connect with the nature. That you have to, what are the steps you can take? You can plant trees around you. You can go for natural trips. So to get out of the stress and the depressions, you can also grow flowers, fruits, vegetables, and also you can feed the birds. By doing this, you will be connecting with the nature in one or the other way, and you will also maintain your health and also peace of mind. We will also be able to connect ourselves with the nature. Keeping the earth neat, clean and pure, we will also be benefited, right? If the environment is so pure, where health, mental strength and physical strength will increase, then the pollution which is there around us will destroy our health. Many new diseases are coming. Keeping our environment clean, we are saving our natural resources, and this environment, the clean environment only, is the precious thing that we have to give to the next generation. We have to keep everything in our mind before exploiting the natural resources. By maintaining the natural resources, we are also balancing the climate, balancing the oxygen, carbon dioxide level around us. What are the steps you can take to keep our environment clean, neat, or the earth clean or neat? By planting more trees, by reducing the usage of plastics, and we have to recycle the things. And when you are trying to use the vehicle, you have to use with the consciously, judiciously. If it is needed only, you have to use, otherwise you can go by walk. And we have to take care of the electricity usage also, and air pollution we have to keep in control. And we have to try to use solar energy whenever we can. Okay, so by doing this, we can save our natural resources. So this is the first robot made by scientist George Devol in 1954, and the name of this robot is Unimate. If we have also made many other robots, that Elise, Shaky, Mars Rover, Sophia. So you can go and check in internet about the different other robots which has been developed later 1954. That was a quick introduction for you to understand this lesson better. So लोहे के इंसानों का देश is a story where the author is sleeping and having a dream, and in his dream the author is meeting someone from another planet, and that person gives all the details about the issues that they are facing currently, and that planet is 1,000 years ahead of us. Author, now after knowing all those details, he is worried that we have to take care of our earth and we have to maintain our environment. We have to protect our planet from exploitation. We as a children has to take the message that we have to keep our environment clean. Instead of going behind the technology, we have to take care of our natural resources. From morning to evening, human beings are connected with some or the other machines, right? From the kitchen, from the household things to the office, companies, wherever we go, we have machines to do our work, and because of which we have the pollution all over around us, and there are many issues which we are facing because of the pollution. So we have to keep our earth beautiful, have a balance, and use our natural resources judiciously. This is what we have to learn from this lesson. The days are not so far. If we keep exploiting the natural resources, the conditions will be worsen in our planet, and there may be lack of oxygen. Can you recollect when we had the lack of oxygen and everyone died? Yes, it was during the corona time. There was oxygen scarcity and many people were died. So if we are exploiting the natural resources in the same way, naturally we will not have oxygen at all to breathe in properly. If we don't control the pollution now, then it will be very difficult to live in this earth itself. This is the message the author wants to convey here, that we have to take care of our natural resources and take action before it is too late. So having said this, let's read the lesson and understand further. मुझे अपने विमान पर बिठाकर उस ग्रह पर ले जाने वाला दोस्त का नाम था लॉन्जुंग. So making me to sit in the aeroplane, a friend of mine have taken me to the other planet. Graham is the planet, and his name was Longzhong. What was the name of his friend who has taken the author to the other planet? Is Longzhong. जब हमारा वह अंतर्ग्रहीय विमान उस ग्रह पर पहुंचा तो सब और नीला धुआं छाया था. अंतर्ग्रह means the spacecraft which is used to travel from one planet to the other planet. So when we reached their planet, I was able to see the blue color smoke all over. Chayata is spread ஆயிருந்துச்சு. So chaya is a word which has two meanings. One is the shade of the tree, another is spread. So here we have to take the meaning as spread. So the blue smoke was spread all across in that planet. मेरे दोस्त ने तुरंत मेरे गले में ऑक्सीजन की थैली लटका दी और उसका रबर का यंत्र मेरे नाक में फिट कर दिया. So my friend at once has fixed the oxygen bag in my neck, gale na neck, okay, and he also fixed the rubber unit or the machine into my nose. Naak na nose le fit பண்ணிட்டாரு. So the author here is flying in a spacecraft to another planet. அங்கே வந்து அவர் வந்து அவரோட ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து ஆத்தரை வேறு பிளானட் கூட்டிகிட்டு போகிறாரு. அங்கே போன பிறகு ஒரு ஃபுல்லாக ப்ளூ கலர் ஸ்மோக் இருக்குது. அட்வான்ஸ் வந்து என்ன பண்ணார், ஆத்தரோட ஃப்ரெண்டு नोज़ ऑक्सीजन मास्क फिक्स பண்ணிட்டாரு. उसने खुद भी एक वैसे ही थैला लटका ली थी एंड ही ऑल्सो डिड द सेम थिंग ऑफ फिक्सिंग द ऑक्सीजन मास्क इन हिज नोज़. उसने बताया कि हमारे ग्रह की ये जहरीली गैस अब हमारे लिए मुसीबत का कारण बन गई है. सो ही ऑल्सो टोल्ड दैट दिस पॉइजनस गैस, जहरीली गैस, दिस पॉइजनस गैस विच इज़ देयर इन आवर प्लानट इज़ मेकिंग आवर लिविंग वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. हवाई अड्डे में हम कांच के बने एक होटल में पहुँचे. सो इन द एयरपोर्ट वी वेंट टू द होटल विच इज़ मेड अप ऑफ ग्लास. कांच के ना ग्लास लपना और होटल रूम के दे वेंट इन द एयरपोर्ट. वहाँ पहुँच कर ही हमारे कमरे में एक लोहे का आदमी आया. सो आफ्टर रीचिंग देर टू माई रूम वेयर देयर ऑथर एंड हिज फ्रेंड वर सिटिंग, ए लोहे का आदमी, द रोबोट, द ह्यूमन बीइंग मेड ऑफ आयन, द आयन मैन சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் வந்தார். लॉन्जुन ने उसे कहा 2 कॉफ़ी और कुछ खाने के लिए. सो लॉन्जुन सेड टू दैट आयन मैन ब्रिंग 2 कॉफ़ी एंड समथिंग टू ईट. इससे पहले कि मैं उस आदमी के बारे में पूछूं, मेरी नज़र वहाँ टंगे कैलेंडर पर पड़ी. सो बिफोर आस्किंग एनीथिंग अबाउट द आयन मैन, द रोबोट विच आई हैव सीन, माई आई साइट वेंट टू द कैलेंडर विच वॉज हैंगिंग देयर. सो नज़र ना आई साइट, टंगे ना हैंगिंग. मैंने पढ़ा 3012. So the year mentioned in that calendar was 3012. लॉन्गजुन बोला, हाँ हमारे यहाँ इस समय यही सन चल रहा है. So in our planet this is the year which is going. So sun ना year. So what was the year? 3012. तुम इससे समझ सकते हो. So you can understand from this that तुमसे 1000 साल से भी ज़्यादा आगे हैं. We are 1000 years ahead of you. So this was the message the author was able to get from his friend Longjung. The author along with his friend was flying in a spacecraft to another planet. After reaching there, they are wearing the mask because all over it was blue color smoke was there, which is very poisonous. So the author's friend is fixing the oxygen mask to him and also he is fixing one for himself because the poisonous gas, the blue color gas is all around. So these people have to fix the oxygen mask for their living. So they get into the glass made hotel room near the airport where the spacecraft has landed. Right? In the room he can see a Iron Man is coming inside and the author's friend has instructed him to bring 2 coffee and something to eat. Meanwhile the author was able to see the calendar which was there. In the year was given 3012. Author's friend has told that we are 1000 years ahead of you. So now the Iron Man brings the coffee and he goes. लेकिन ये लोहे का इंसान. Now the next question for the author is this Iron Man, लोहे का इंसान. ग्रह में अब इन्हीं की ज़रूरत है. So in our planet we need these people, the robots. हम इंसानों के लिए पर्याप्त ऑक्सीजन यहाँ नहीं है. For human beings we don't have the oxygen, the enough oxygen, தேவையான ஆக்சிஜன் இப்போ எங்கள் கிட்ட இல்லை. पर्याप्तना वॉट एवर इज नीडेड दैट ऑक्सीजन इज नॉट अवेलेबल इन आवर प्लानट. अब ऑक्सीजन को राशन कर दिया. राशन इज द डिटरमाइंड क्वांटिटी ओनली द ऑक्सीजन इज गिवन टू द पीपल. So as in India now, in our country, in our planet, if you see, the ration means the provisions will be given in the determined quantity to each and every family, right, by the government. Similarly, in that planet, the oxygen is given in as a ration, which according to the people only, their oxygen bags will be given. इस ग्रह की आबादी बिल्कुल ज़रूरत के मुताबिक है. एंड द पॉपुलेशन, आबादी ना, द पॉपुलेशन इन आवर प्लानट इज़ अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड. मुताबिक ना, अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड. जास्तियाँ होला कमियाँ होला. यानी जितनी ऑक्सीजन की थैलियाँ बन सकती हैं उतने ही इंसान जिंदा रह सकते हैं. सो हाउ मेनी ऑक्सीजन बैग्स कैन बी प्रोड्यूस और मैन्युफैक्चर that many people only can survey in our planet. So the population is under their control. How many oxygen bags? That much of people. ओह, हमारे यहाँ तो आबादी घटने की बजाय बढ़ रही है. सो ही इज टेलिंग, सो बट इन आवर प्लानट इंस्टेड ऑफ डिक्रीजिंग आवर पॉपुलेशन इज इंक्रीजिंग. मेरे मुंह से अचानक ही निकल गया. सो सडनली दिस इज द सेंटेंस विच केम फ्रॉम ऑथर्स माउथ टू दिस फ्रेंड. इस पर वह हंसने लगा और बोला, एंड द ऑथर्स फ्रेंड स्टार्टेड टू लाफ एंड सेड, हमारे यहाँ खाने की समस्या नहीं है, सांस लेने की समस्या है. सो इन आवर प्लानट वी हैव द problem of breathing, but we don't have any problem of eating. So they have the food facility is there. So खाने की समस्या இல்லை, சாப்பிட்றதுக்கான எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லை, ஆனால் இன்ஹேல் பண்ணுறதுக்கான அந்த பிரச்சனை தான் இருக்குது. इसलिए लोहे के इंसान बनाए गए. So hence we have made Iron Man's, the man which is made using the iron body. नहीं तो लोगों का काम कैसे करें? Then who will do the work of the human beings? Because human beings are getting a controlled oxygen level, right? They cannot strain themselves much, otherwise they have to inhale more oxygen to do the works. Reducing the usage of oxygen so that they can live better, they all have created 1 or 2 Iron Mans to help them. So they are robots. अब ये लोहे के इंसान नौकर का काम करते हैं. They do the work as a servant. They दफ्तर चलाते हैं. They run the office. मकान बनाते हैं. They build the houses. स्कूल में पढ़ाते हैं. They go and teach the students at school. मशीनें चलाते हैं. They run the machines in the companies. यानी सभी काम करते हैं and they will be doing all the work. So here author is asking him about the Iron Man. He says Iron Man is needed because oxygen level is very less here. According to the oxygen level only people will be surveyed, so we cannot do all the work. So we have kept Iron Mans to do all the work. So the Iron Man will work as a servant. They will be taking care of the work in the office, and they will be doing as a teacher. They will be going and teaching the students, and they will do all the machines. Everything will be operated by this Iron Man only. पर ये लोग सारे काम कैसे कर लेते हैं? How this Iron Mans are doing the work? Like that author is asking. लॉन्जू ने कहा, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का कमाल तो तुम जानते हो. So you know the awesome things that can be done using electronics. Amalna, the amazing things we can use using electronics. So we have some electronics things that we are using in our planet. So television, rocket, आदि उसी के खेल हैं. So playing with electronics only we have invented television, rockets, etc. और तुमने शायद कंप्यूटर को भी देखा होगा, एंड यू हैव सीन द कंप्यूटर ऑल्सो इन योर प्लानट. बस हमारे यहाँ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के प्रयोग द्वारा लोहे के इंसान को बनाया गया. सो नाउ यूजिंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, यूजिंग दिस टेक्नोलॉजी, वी इन आवर प्लानट वी हैव मेड आयरन मैन्स. हमारे यहाँ लोहे के इंसान बनाने वाले कई कारखाने हैं. सो वी हैव मेनी फैक्ट्रीज टू मेक आयरन मैन्स, जो अलग अलग शहरों में हैं. ईच एंड एवरी सिटी हैज़ सच companies, factories which will produce Iron Mans. उनमें खरीदारों की भीड़ लगी रहती है ना. उनमें मीन्स in the company the buyers crowd will be there. खरीदारी is buyers, भीड़ is crowd, because everyone want to save the oxygen and they are investing on the Iron Mans to do the work. कोई भी व्यक्ति चाहे जितने भी लोहे के इंसान खरीद सकता है. One human being can buy any number of robots. लोहे के इंसान வந்து அவனால் வாங்க முடியும். ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒன்றும் கிடையாது, ஒரு பர்சன் எவ்வளோ வேணாலும் வாங்கிக்கலாம். लेकिन वह किसी सचमुच के इंसान से काम नहीं ले सकता, क्योंकि ऑक्सीजन की कमी के कारण हम कोई भी मेहनत का काम नहीं कर सकते. So he cannot have another human being to do the work, because everyone is having lack of oxygen and all the tough works cannot be done by the human beings. So instead of human beings, he has to buy the robots, the Iron Man, to do all his work so that oxygen content is saved. वैसे अब तो अगर कोई मर जाता है तो लोग दुख नहीं होते. सो इफ़ एनीवन डाइज नो वन इज़ वेरी सैड हियर, बल्कि ये सोचते हैं कि चलो अच्छा हुआ, कम से कम ऑक्सीजन की एक थैली की बचत हुई. सो इंस्टेड वी विल थिंक दैट ओके ही हैज़ डाइड, एटलीस्ट 1 ऑक्सीजन बैग इज़ सेव्ड. Like this only we will be thinking. So no one will have that emotional connect. If anyone dies, they have to cry. They will think that oxygen is saved. So that is the culture which has developed in that planet. The author is getting all the details about the Iron Man from his friend. The people will be going to the factories to buy any number of Iron Mans because they cannot spend in oxygen. Already the oxygen scarcity is there. So to do all the tough works of human beings, each and every human being will go and buy Iron Mans for him. So one person can buy any number of iron bands according to his need. मैं ये बात सुनकर हैरान था. So I was very surprised to hear all these things. हैरान ना surprise, because the Iron Man only doing all the work here, right? The humans are just doing very minimal work and all the work is taken care by Iron Man. इस ग्रह में कैसी संस्कृति जन्म ले रही है and which culture is born here that people will not cry and they'll think that oxygen is saved and all the work has to be done by the Iron Man only. क्या विज्ञान की अधिकाधिक उन्नति का यही अंतिम परिणाम है? And I was thinking, if we are using the technology more and more, is this will be the end result? अंतिम परिणाम ना end result इदवादा इरुकुमा. लॉन जुन कह रहा था, सच पूछो तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि हमें पृथ्वी या ऐसे ही किसी ग्रह में रहने के लिए स्थान मिल जाए जहां हम आसानी से सांस ले सके. लॉन जुन was telling to his friend that if you ask me, really we want some planet like Earth or any other planet where we can inhale easily. So வேறு ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு பிளானட்டாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, எர்த்தாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, இஃப் த ஸ்பேஸ் இஸ் கிவன் ஃபார் அஸ் டு லிவ், எங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு இடம் கொடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா we'll be able to breathe there easily. So these people in this planet are expecting a planet like Earth where the people can breathe in easily. तुम्हें हमारे ग्रह के बारे में कैसे पता चला? मैंने पूछा. So I asked him, how do you know about my planet? Like that I asked Longjong. हमने अनेक ग्रहों की यात्रा की है. So we have traveled many planets. लेकिन अब तो बस पृथ्वी का ही सहारा है. But now we can take only the help of Earth because all other planets doesn't have living life to our knowledge, right? So this person is also telling that we have traveled many planets but Earth only can help us. We can take the support from Earth only now. अगर हमें वहाँ रहने को मिले तो हम लोगों को लोहे के इंसान के निर्माण का तरीका सिखा देंगे. If we have been allowed to live there, then we will teach the people on Earth how they have to construct the robots. Human அந்த அயன்மேன் எப்படி கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணணுன்றது நாங்கள் சொல்லி கொடுத்துருவோம், எங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் இடம் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா. जिससे बहुत सी समस्या हल हो जाएंगे and then many problems will get solved. Like that his Longjong is telling to the author. लोहे के इंसानों की बनावट के बारे में कुछ जानकारी मुझे दो, मैंने कहा. So I just asked him, okay, give me some information, how do you are making this robots? इन इंसानों के अंदर नसों की जगह पतले तारों का जाल बिछा है. So inside this Iron Man, instead of the nerves, we have the string wires, the net of string wires. So பத்தலே தாரோனா ஸ்ட்ரிங் வயர், மெலிசான ஒரு வயர்ஸ் இருக்கும், நர்வ்ஸ்லாம் இருக்காது. அது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், நெட்டடாக இருக்கும். जाल बिछा मीन्स then it will be netted kind. इन तारों में बिजली बहती है and in this strings, in this wires the electricity will be passed और उसी के सहारे ये काम करते हैं and because of which these people are doing the work. इनके सिर के अंदर एक आलोकमीटर लगा रहता है. Inside the head we have brain, right? For them they have आलोकमीटर is kept here, जो ज़रूरत के मुताबिक बढ़ाया गढ़ाया जा सकता है. And according to the need you can increase or decrease the allometer. In the sense the thinking capability of the Iron Man can be controlled by increasing or decreasing the allometer. वैसे ये ज़रूरी होता है कि लोहे के सभी इंसानों को हर हफ्ते डिस्पेंसरी में दिखा लिया जाए. So it is necessary that every week we have to take this Iron Man to a clinic. डिस्पेंसरी की कुटीट पोनो, वहाँ उनके जोड़ों और पुर्जों को तेल दिया जाता है. So there the जोड़ों ना the joints will be there, right? So those joints and all they have to be oiling panano, like that he is telling. So in every week we have to take this Iron Man to the dispensary so that the joints and the parts of the body is oiled. और allometer की जांच कर सकते हैं and they have to test the allometer because that is the brain for this लोहे के इंसान, right, for this robot. So that will also be tested whether it's working properly. They are testing the allometer and also joints, everything is oiled and this such Iron Man has to be taken to the dispensary once in a week for the checkup. And if they will be testing the allometer according to the need, they will increase or decrease the allometer for the Iron Man to work properly. मैं अभी ये सोच रहा था कि जब हमारी पृथ्वी में ऐसे दिन आएंगे तो क्या होगा. So when this person was explaining all those things, the author was thinking, if such situation comes to our earth, what will happen? So இந்த மாதிரி வந்துச்சுன்னா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறது. तभी उस ग्रह के प्रधानमंत्री का बुलावा आ गया and that planetோட प्राइम मिनिस्टरोட கால் வந்துருச்சு. मैं परेशान था कि भला मैं उनसे किसी तरह की कोई बातचीत कैसे कर सकूँगा. एंड नाउ ही वॉज सो वरीड. How will I go and talk to that person? How I can allow them to stay in our earth? We already have so much of difficulties here. How we can allow the Ironmans to come and stay in this planet? Like this, the author was thinking that how I'll face the prime minister of that planet. आखिर पृथ्वी की समस्याओं में कमी तो हुई नहीं है, बट इन आवर प्लानट वी हैव मेनी problems and that has not reduced. Now how I'll go and face that person and what reason I have to give? Like that, the author was confused state and talking within himself. इस ग्रह के लोग भी वहाँ पहुँच गए तो क्या होगा? And if this planet people also comes and sits in our earth, what will happen? मैं कार में बैठ रहा था लेकिन मन बहुत परेशान था. So I was sitting in the car but my mind was so worried कि भला क्या बातचीत करूँगा. What I'll talk to this person? He has called me now. हाँ, तभी हमारी कार को झटका सा लगा. अब पता वो जर्क कार ले, देयर वाज अ जर्क हैज़ हैपेंड एंड मेरी नींद खुल गई एंड माई स्लीप ओपनड. आई हैव अवेक फ्रॉम माई स्लीप. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स दैट वी हैव रेड नाउ इज द ड्रीम ऑफ द ऑथर. और फिर ना जाने क्यों बहुत देर तक नींद नहीं आई एंड आफ्टर ए लॉन्ग टाइम ऑल्सो आई डिडंट गेट स्लीप. आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू स्लीप बैक. शायद इसलिए कि अब से 1000 साल बाद पृथ्वी का अगर वही हाल हुआ जो मैंने सपने में देखा था, ये कितनी अजीब और परेशान करने वाली बात होगी. सो इफ़ द सेम थिंग हैपन्स इन अर्थ आफ्टर 1000 years, हाउ यूनिक एंड हाउ वरीबल थिंग इट विल बी. That the same thing which he has seen in the dream, if the same thing continues in earth after 1000 years, how variable thing it will be. So here the author Dr. Harikrishna Dev Sare, through his dream, his warning, if we human beings are also exploiting the natural resources running behind the technological world, then this days is not so far. So we have to take necessary action and steps to safeguard our earth and keep our earth beautiful and green. Hope you have understood the lesson. If you have any doubt or clarification, please put in the comment section. I surely reply back. Thank you, students.